What's up, guys? We are going to the power to lead class 0 for Kurasame's Silver Crowns, level 4. So, no KOs, no, clear within 5 turns, no continues. It's a human, uh, uses mostly physical, some fixed attacks. Um, I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if the fixed attacks are physical based. Using Couture for Omni cover on one of the turns where there's fixed attacks and some of them miss. So, but regardless, yeah, no magic at least. So there is a break gauge, weak to swords, bows, throwing weapons, and guns. Um, so yeah, there's that. I mean, so at least there's an overlap between a weapon in peril and one of the break gauge weaknesses. But yeah, and counters, I guess. But some of the physical stuff can't be provoked, but the boss can be blinded, so that comes in handy. But anyway, so here's. Oh, and I guess there is a bug where you can take. Well, it's supposed to be limited to Blessing of the Crystals units, but I guess the bug allows you to take anyone. So if you're struggling, just bring a friend, a strong friend that can just cap this, and you'll be fine. But I just wanted to stay true to the spirit of the fight and not exploit the bug. So we're just using Blessing of the Crystal units, budget options. So, yeah, here's the party we're using. So before I forget, again, this is like the third time trying to record this video. Things were going wrong. But Onion Knight's starting in the base form, and he's on Tetrasulfide with uh, Aurora learned. And both him and Rem have Tornado upgraded all the way. And Bartz is also starting in the base form. So we'll go through gearing. Sice is here for breaks and damage. So she is, yeah, it is funny. After I did my budget gearing, I noticed that everything here is, a craftable from an event with the little plus sign on it. But she's got a gun build with barrage equipped, chain cap up. We are using a couple copies of Olive's TMR, so there's that. That's kind of non-budget, but yeah, Sice is at 425 LB damage, max human. So yeah, there's that. And she does have Cogs card, just any high attack card that'll give her some flat sets. This is actually kind of overkill. I just did a test run and there was pretty massive overkill on the boss. So yeah, there's that. And as far as like equipping guns, I would prioritize her over Onion Knight or Rem, even for that matter. So, but yeah, so there's that. So Onion Knight, starting in the base form, has got Obsidian Bracer, Calming Garb for some preemptive Mirage, Wisdom of Hess for some auto mitigation, Auto Faith. Yeah, so there we go. And then shift form, he's got a gun build with Barbaricious Bangles. So he is at 200 Magic Human Killer. And he is here as our leader. He's also getting a good, magic modifier for Tornado for himself and Rem. So there's that. Rem, Barbaricious Bangles, I know this is, well, what is this, Summer Sniper Physalis, her STMR. I mean, she is getting some true dual wield from that. You can always, play around with the gearing. If you don't have that, just give her another one-handed gun. I forget. I could have sworn there were some other options that give true dual wield bonus, but But yeah, so gun build just to take advantage of Couture's Imperil. So yeah, there's her. Just a generic flat magic card. Yeah, Onion Knight had the same card. But she is max physical and magic human and max LB. So there we go. Couture, Tulian's card for some evasion. Yeah, not much to say about his build, really. He is at max human, max LB. Or she, I don't even know. But there's their gearing. And he is omni covering, she. So they're at 85% evasion. Then Bart's starting in the base form. He's at max human. Tried to build him for damage. Katanas to take advantage of the Katana Imperil. And yeah, just to point it out, Couture does have a Katana and a gun to take advantage of their own, weapon Imperil. But shift form on Bart's, he's got Barrage to help with the break gauge. Onion Blade to inflict blind, and full evasion, passive provoke from Tulian's card, Emestrian Fuhr's uniform, and Durandal. So there's an open slot. You really don't need Helm Mastery, so we'll get rid of that. And don't need this, to be honest, in the shift form. So 3 open slots. So if you don't have the Fuhrer's uniform, you can always play with the gearing to get your provoke and evasion some other way. That didn't, yeah. So, all right, we'll get into it. And I do want to call out, I do have, I think on, Ashura and Bahamut, the extra damage to enemies with a broken break gauge learned. So not sure how necessary that is. It's probably making a pretty big deal here, to be honest. But I can't, I'm not going to reset the Esper board for that. Just to unlearn those skills. But anyway, turn 1, we're going to shift Bart's and just barrage with him to help start in on the break gauge. Seiss is going to barrage this turn. And if I didn't specifically call it out, yeah, Seiss has a copy of barrage as well. Couture is going to LB to get that weapon Imperil in place. Onion Knight's going to shift and shifted LB. And Rem is going to live on for the general mitigation on everyone, and then accelerate for a magic buff on herself, and then just flying daggers twice. So we'll send Couture and Bart's first. Hopefully they eat all the counters. I'm not sure if there's a fixed number of counters, but I just want the evading units to eat them. So we'll just send Rem and Seiss whenever. Okay. So, and just to look at the stat, Seiss is at 30% evasion. I know some of those hits were missing, but the boss is blinded at this point. So, Bart's this turn is going to wind damp on everyone and then just punch a couple times. Couture is going to Omni Cover, LB Mod, and then punch. Sice is going to break with her Magnus, LB Mod, and just punch a couple times. Okay, so Sage is going to quad cast. He's going to triple tornado and then end with flare. Flare just takes a long time to land and it won't break the chain. Something with a shorter casting time would break the chain, so that's why we're doing flare. Rem is going to triple tornado and then end with I'll Make You Proud, just for the LB mod. So we'll chain them up. All right. Okay. So we're gonna SLB Couture this turn. Size is going to she's gonna quad. She will triple Mirror Equity. And then end with triple slip. Bart's is going to shift at LB for the wind and view on those two. Then we're going to quad tornado with Onion Knight and Rem. So we'll send Couture and Sice first, just to get the weapon and peril in place, and then send Rem and Onion Knight. Okay. Okay. I think there is some RNG on that turn for that AoE physical, which I don't think he does that AoE physical every time, but I think there is some RNG that you might get wiped. But we got lucky that time. It missed. Some other runs, he didn't even do that move, whatever it was. Wasn't looking to see what he cast, but in case you are having to follow this strategy and you're getting wiped by that, well, you could always just bring, exploit the glitch or the bug, bring a friend. You could probably kill it on turn 3. But yeah, anyway. Or just, play RNG and hope it doesn't hit. But anyway, we should kill this turn. We're going to SLB Sice, Sage, and forget if I called it out again, but Sice is on Tetrasulfide with Aurora learned. I think I mentioned it, but if not, my apologies. But hopefully you're watching this video before going in and attempting it. But anyway, triple Aurora and then end with Flare. Couture is going to triple Mirror of Equity. Bart's is going to the base form, going to triple Dancer Sword Dance, and Rem is going to SLB. So we'll send Rem. Her SLB takes about 3 seconds to land, so we'll just send Bart's and Couture immediately after, and then wait for the chain to build and send the front row. So not a massive overkill, but we got it. So I would love to see the damage breakdown, but I do want to play around with clears with Kurasame since I do have him EX3. I want to see what we can do. But anyway, here is, a budget option for the fight. I hope you enjoyed, hope it helped, but I'll be back with a Kurasame clear later.